Welcome back, my friends, and happy February to you. This is 3KO Games. On February 1st, we have a whole lot of new stuff to talk about. There is a February balance update, there is a February calendar, and there is a February Hero of the Month. Let's take a look at the Hero of the Month first. There she is, green 5-star sorcerer named Mystia. Of course, those sorcerers get the chance to drop mana generation of the target by 50% for 2 turns, which is pretty nice when it happens. Other than that, Mystia is a little low, about 100 lower than where the peak heroes are in team power, and that's what you expect with the Hero of the Month. They're not going to compete with the top heroes of the game, but sometimes they are given a special skill that is worth leveling up, and I think Mystia is one of those. Let's take a look. Her passive is that she has a resistance against status ailments that block special skills. Very useful in this mana control type game. She says, no, I'm going to hit my special skill no matter what, which is nice. And she does not care if you have taunt. She's just going to do what she does. Very interesting. All right, turn max power preview back on, and she also has an ailment immunity, which is pretty nice. So for the first, 6 turns? 6 turns. She cannot get any ailments. Of course, it might take 5 or 6 turns for everybody to be charged and giving those ailments out, but it's something. And that's pretty good. Let's read about her special skill now. At average speed, she has Mesmerizing Mirror. First, all enemies become soul connected for 4 turns. Soul connected enemies share received damage. This is really handy in events and such. I know that a lot of people use Costume Gunner in events because they become soul connected and you can hit one enemy and wipe out the rest of the board. 4-star level Wilbur, original Wilbur, does the same. And now here's a 5-star that's going to be pretty obtainable by most people because it's a Hero of the Month that does all enemies soul connected. Also, all enemies get 34% defense down for 4 turns. That's great. Then all allies reflect all status effects and 145% damage back to the attacker and block other negative effects from enemies' fire special skills for 4 turns. Coming back to that in a second. Element Link gives all nature allies 30% defense up against special skills for 4 turns. So the Element Link always makes these heroes seem like an offensive hero because then you're bringing other green heroes, sure. But this all allies reflect. That's pretty great. We've seen this type of effect before. It's not always with 145% damage back to the attacker. That's a big number. The person that I want to compare it to is Guardian Kong, because that's somebody that I have and that I use quite a bit. Now, I don't think that she is going to be a counter for, one of the hardest heroes in the game to deal with, and that's Bernadette. Because Bernadette dispels first, and I'm pretty sure this is the same language as Guardian Kong, and Guardian Kong can be dispelled, or the team can have that reflect stolen or dispelled. And then blue hero's just going to hit him anyway. Okay. All allies reflect status effects and 115% damage. And man, that 115% damage already wipes out a whole lot of blue heroes if it's a hit 3 or hit all. So 145% damage, great. And then blocks other negative effects from ice special skills for 4 turns. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the same language. Blocks other negative effects. So, it doesn't block the dispel or the steal of that buff, that reflect buff. At least that is the case with Guardian Kong for me, because I've had that that reflect stolen or dispelled away many, many times when I kind of forgot it was going to happen, and I thought, yay, I'm going to reflect all the blue heroes and kill you, and it didn't happen. But the only other fire reflector we have is that slow speed Amos from the Dunes portal. And man, I don't want to wait for a slow hero, but now you've got a pretty obtainable Hero of the Month average speed. Impressive Hero of the Month. One that if you do land, even if you are in the upper tiers of the game, may be worth it to level up. Great. So that's the Hero of the Month. Let's take a look at this balance update, because I think it's going to help to put the calendar in perspective. All right, we have this balance update going live on Monday. It is Saturday when I'm doing this video, so maybe by the time you are listening to this, these changes are already live. First of all, glass costumes getting an increase. Costume bonus is going up by just a little bit, by 5% in attack, defense, and health. Not much, but it's something. You know, everybody has been wishy-washy on these glass costumes, and I'm sure that the people at SG thought, yay, look at these new costumes. They're fancy, and everybody's going to go wild, and they haven't been. They're good, but it's, you know, tunes are just as good in certain situations. But now you're going to get extra costume bonus. And now the glass costumes, the damage dealing special skills now bypass enemies' defensive buffs. So ignores counterattack, especially ignores, defense down, whatever. We're just going to hit you regularly. And that affects all of these damage dealing special skills. That's great. And of course, there's bound to be more released very soon. Supporting special skills are now also granted a guaranteed status ailment reflect for allies of the same element as the caster. I assume that also means that hero as well. So you bring Toon Vivica in with her glass costume with a yellow team. All those yellow heroes are going to just reflect status ailments right back to the other team. That's pretty awesome. And you might get lucky enough to just get that with Bold Tusk. 4-star Bold Tusk. Once you get all those costumes leveled up, his stats will be pretty big. Very usable, even on upper level teams. Now, the glass costumes are not still getting the undispellable buff or the mana reduction resist that tunes get. Tunes get a 75% to resist ailments, buff dispels, and mana reduction. Glass, now, same color as the glass hero, gets a 100% chance to reflect status ailments. That's great. And I think that will make them a lot more desirable and really have something to think about when you have both of those costumes leveled up and you're trying to decide which one to bring into battle. It'll depend on who you're going up against and who else you have on your team. Nice big change there. Fawn family bonus. Each successful resist from the family bonus now also increases the mana by 5%. Okay, fine. Now, maybe you're saying, why do all these glass costumes need a buff? Well, I think they needed something because people were pretty wishy-washy on them. But also, as we look at the calendar for February, you'll see that we, of course, have another round of the costume chamber coming out very soon. They always want to give these buffs to somebody that's going to be available for money very soon. So that's that. Same with the Beowulf family. Hrothgar and Wealhtheow have their stats increased just a little bit. They are plenty strong just as they are, but in a couple of weeks we are going to have an event featuring this whole family. So watch for that and now they're going to be even more attractive, even with other new heroes released in that portal. The original 2 are going to be at about the same stat level as the new ones. So that brings us to the actual calendar for February. And now let's look at the calendar. Many thanks to Burks G and Eliotti for putting this calendar together, all of this information, all of this great artwork. The graphics are just wonderful, and we get a wonderful calendar every month from them. Thank you very much. So we kind of missed this whole week because here we are already on Saturday. Still, the Lunar New Year's summons is going on. We missed Underwild. We missed Untold Tales 2. We are right now in a place where the astral plane is there with it's through today. And we have War of Three Kingdoms. So we've got Custom Liu Bei and Vard as new heroes there. As well, a Paladin and Rogue Legendary Troop summon. And it looks like Sunday on the 2nd, we'll start a Tavern of Legends pull. Probably not any new heroes. They just haven't been doing new heroes there at all. But you get to choose 2 of them to be featured, which is kind of nice. So Monday, we'll have Tavern of Legends still going on. Untold Tales 1 coming back. So new costume for Spartoi, plus costume for Persa and Domiventus. Mythic Titan is going to be a red Mythic Titan, which is my least favorite because my blue team is just horrible. On Monday the 3rd, we get a Treasure Quest. Those are kind of fun. On Tuesday the 4th, looks like a very busy week here. Ancient Underroot. This is one of the Dragonspire events on Tuesday the 4th. Wednesday the 5th, Owl Tower coming back. And an Ether Summon. The Owl Tower right now just shows some old owls. Burks G and Eliotti give the latest information they possibly can, but sometimes things get updated later. And we have this thing that says Pertinax. Pertinax was rumored a long time ago to be just kind of like a game-changing owl, and I don't know if that's ever going to come out. So maybe that's who we'll see. And then we get Thursday the 6th, Shadows of the Deep. Getting ready for Insanity War. Oh, Insanity War is on Wednesday the 5th. And then we're going to have these Insanity heroes. Looks like Hunter and Omen are featured, both great. And Penelope, new hero there. All right, we get to the end of the week and the weekend, and it looks like it calms down just a little bit. Valentine's week, Monday the 10th, Atlantis coming back. Tuesday the 11th, the Costume Chamber, and there are some question marks here. Could be Isarnia and Leonidas as glass heroes this time. Would be nice. As I said before, those glass heroes now getting an extra bonus to make them more desirable. Wednesday the 12th, we have Rush War. And Thursday the 13th, we start Beowulf's Challenge, featuring 3 brand new heroes: Beowulf, Egtheow, and Modthrith. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce any of those. But if they're anywhere near where Hrothgar and Wealhtheow are, they're going to be very, very powerful, very desirable. Valentine's Day, Friday, February 14th, Seasons of Love. I may save my Epic Hero tokens for February 14th. The current Lunar New Year heroes are okay. I don't remember what Dodgrim does, but Anteros, the yellow one, I know is going to be a single mindless heal hero. So it's a sniper with mindless heal at fast speed, and I love mindless heal. I love any type of mana control. So that would be a fun one to land. Valhalla Forever as well, and Goblin Village. Will we just feature old goblins? I don't know. TBD on that. Let's go into the next week. And we'll have Treasure Quest with the Covenant and Super variant. Okay. Speaking of Covenant, this calendar is as detailed as possible, but we don't have information about a Covenant summon because they've just been dropping those randomly. Like, it's kind of a slow... It's been 2 days since we released a new hero. Let's drop that Covenant summon. So we'll have to just wait and see when it happens. For sure, they're going to throw it in there somewhere. Judgment of Dunes on Monday the 17th with a new costume for Kepri. Still waiting for costume for Esset, who is somebody that I have. That would be great. I feel like I should save my Dunes coins until they feature costumes for 3 that I have that I don't have costumes for, and then maybe go all in. But Bennu, even with a costume, who cares? Green Contest of Elements, and it looks like nobody new featured. I kind of can't believe that. It feels like they're going to throw a new slime hero in there or something like that. We'll see. Tuesday the 18th, more dragons. I'm just not spending a whole lot of time in Dragonspire. I try to remember daily to log in and just get my pulls so that I can get that chest that shows up in the regular game. Okay, Thursday the 20th, Night of the Moth is coming back. And right now it's just showing the 3 that they introduced last time, who are great, but you gotta believe they're going to throw in some new heroes, right? So expect a new update when that day comes out, and we'll do some new hero reviews. And it looks like Sunday the 23rd, we will be in with Untold Tales again. And by the way, that whole week looks like it's Minion War, Undead Horde. We go into the last week of February, and we're back to Cloverfield Wars. And we have TBD on who's going to be released in Untold Tales 2. Definitely you can expect a brand new hero in there somewhere, and we'll do a hero review when that comes up. Tremors of the Underwild on Monday the 24th. Probably nobody new there. Then Thursday the 27th, look at that. Monster Island. Is it just the pull, or is it maybe the event? Maybe the event. Bring it back. It's fun. It brings the alliances together. Just figure it out. Give us Monster Island back. Give us a way to earn the coins, not just a way to spend gems to try to pull for heroes. Yeah, Astral Plane as well. Most likely, since they're going all in on those Astral Dwarves, there will be a new hero there, but it just says TBD for the moment. And then, Friday the 28th, Soul Exchange. When's that coming around? That's when it's coming around. So you got to hold on to your 5-star heroes until then and deal with, if you're like me, very small roster space. Every time you're trying to level up a hero and you're just like feed 7 heroes every time. It's a slog. But 28th we'll have brand new Soul Exchange to talk about with you, and that brings us to the end of February. Long video. Lots of stuff happening this month. Thanks for tuning in, my friends, and we'll see you next time.